Welcome to the Skate Park Golf Podcast. There's no Derek. Derek said he was too busy playing golf to hop on, so it is just John and I. John is from Back Nine Bullies. We have a couple of questions lined up from the group chat about the name and if you support other nines. Um, but thank you for joining me. I wish Derek was here because he was super excited about it. He loves all your guys' apparel and all that stuff. So, um, excited to talk about the new drop that just came out, or I should say the restock maybe. Um, and then just what you guys are doing in the future, stuff like that. But I've been a big fan for a while, so I'm very excited for this one. So thank you again. I know we've been talking for like a half hour already, um, about the various things in my room, but for some reason nobody's talking about Marilyn Monroe. Um, it is what it is. There's other distractions in here, but thanks for coming on the pod. It's a little bit different without Derek. Derek is the one who kind of keeps me in line and is Derek adds the structure and the like organization of this.
Yeah.
Without Derek, there is no structure. So welcome to the chaos. But I'm excited to learn about Back Nine Bullies.
Awesome, man. Yeah, thanks for having me on. Derek Boo, Derek. Uh it's all
No,
right.
we
We can
can't boo
go.
Derek. He's had a bad day. He snapped his driver today
Oh man, what
on
did
hole
he shoot?
four.
What did his team shoot?
I don't know, but he snapped it on hole four. And I'm like, well, you're done.
Yeah. Awesome, man. We'll go full unhinged though. I'm cool with that. So,
I'm down.
but yeah, awesome, man. Thanks for having me on. Like you said, we've been chatting for a while. So, like also as I mentioned, I don't really do too many podcasts or interviews. This may be the first one on record, but I'm excited, man. Pleasure to meet you and as well.
Hopefully it's not your last one. Um, like I was telling you, our style is very mellow. We're we're here to talk about you and your brand and what you're building. So it's not about me, it's not about Derek, it's not about what we're doing. Um, it's all about you, SoCal Golf, Back Nine Bullies, stuff like that.
Awesome. Let's do it.
So I do have one quick question. So I asked my
Yeah.
group chat, oh God, I've missed a lot. Um, I asked, is there anything I should ask John from Back Nine Bullies? Because you know a couple people in the chat, I think. Obviously, there's Lalo. Um, I don't know if you know Jesse from Stogies and Bogies or Ralph and Raul. Um, but Brendan from Duff and Up, he has his own podcast. So if you wanna, if you liked what we did here, you go hop on his. Um,
Awesome.
he said, are they front nine allies or enemies?
That's a good one, man. Honestly, we love the front nine as well, but
Okay.
we don't discriminate. Golf is golf. Love all kinds of golf, right?
I know. I
That's a
was
good
like,
one.
that's genius. I didn't think of that, so I wanted to ask him and give Brendan all the credit. But can you tell me about Back Nine Bullies, how it started, when it started, just like the story behind it?
Yeah, of course. I think, the name just kind of rolled off the tongue. It just sounded cool. I didn't even think about it too much. I was just playing and I was like, oh, Back Nine Bullies. And I was like, yeah. So I just saved it. I jotted it down. I wrote it as a note and, it didn't really become anything for a while. I wasn't even sure what I wanted to do. It was just a name at some point, right? And then I just started loving it even more and more. So I went ahead and bought the domain. And this was like a year before we even had any products. I was like, let me just lock that in case, it ever becomes something. Um, Really, like it wasn't even intended to be a clothing brand, right? What it became today. I wanted to make a few shirts. During COVID, we were trying to play golf everywhere. All the courses were shut down, right, for the most part. So we were going to Arizona, we were going to Nevada, wherever you can get a tee time. So we had a group of guys. I was like, let me make some shirts, for the weekend trip we got going on, and that's honestly how the first batch of shirts came to be. It was I made a dozen shirts with like a local print shop, and some people thought it was cool. I threw a little website together, and that was honestly the origin of the brand right there.
It's funny because during COVID for Minnesota, it was winter for a lot of it, so it's like we couldn't play golf anyways.
Hmm.
And then like as soon as it became spring, like yeah, like in your case, the courses were closed. That was like the first thing to open here were the courses. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, spring, boom. How do we open these places? Stuff like that. I remember Derek and I played around together and they made us get separate carts. And I was like, I want to ride with Derek because
Yeah.
Derek will yell at me and I like that. Um, and he didn't, that was like the only round he like didn't yell at me and it made me sad. Um,
Nice.
he doesn't yell at me, but like he's encouraging. Uh, so I felt kind of weird, but yeah, yeah, listening to you talk about that, I'm like, oh, that's crazy that you just like go to Nevada, Arizona, blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, we can do any of that here. We just had to wait.
Yeah, it really sucks because I mean it's an outdoor sport, right? So
Mhm.
logically, everyone's thinking, why not? Why can't we golf? But I mean, at some point, Arizona and Nevada closed for maybe a couple weeks too, as well, I think. But we just wanted to play, man. Like, let's go outside. Like, what can we do? If we have to drive for a tea time, let's do it. Because I mean, who wouldn't do that, right? 4 hours is just a quick turnaround trip. We'll come back at night, right? So
Right.
that's kind of it was good times though, but it's so long ago now, right? 4 years ago, and like where are we at now too? It's
I like blinked. Like I was thinking about that today. I was like, wow, that was 4 years ago. Um, because I was watching something like some baseball thing, and they're like, yeah, Aaron Judge entered the league in 2018, and I was like, hold the fuck up. He's been in the league 6 years already, and I was like, I don't even know where time went.
yeah,
Like I've heard like people have called it like a time leap almost, where people don't feel like time passed because of COVID and the shutdowns and everything. So
yeah,
um, it's like we all feel younger than we are, which I don't feel like I'm 27. Like saying that out loud is still crazy to me. I still think I'm like 25 or should be or just
yeah,
turned 25 and
right.
like that's not the case. And I don't know if everybody feels that way after a certain age, but it's hit me a little bit different this year.
I hear you, man. And I think for me, it just kind of makes you, reflect a lot. But honestly, like, don't take time for granted, right? Everything you do, your relationships with people, and just the position I'm in now. My business. I'm very grateful for it.
Mm.
And all the great friends and relationships I've made with golf. So, maybe in 5 years ago, something might happen, right? Or we may not be friends anymore, or we'll be in different places in our life, but we always had that one moment in golf, right, where we were connected.
Dang, that was deep. That should be a shirt or like a really shitty like country golf song or
I like that.
you know what I mean? Just
Let's
like
let's do
that
it.
one
Yeah,
moment. Well, I guess you could design that, yeah. Um, that'd be dope. I'll take partial credit. Give me like 2%.
dude. I get some of the, no offense to anyone, I get some of the dumbest messages, dude. Like, oh, you guys should make this T-shirt, and back nines matter, or front nine this, and it's like, oh my God, guys, stop it.
Yeah. Have you ever gotten like a message and then you were like, oh, that's a good idea, and then you like designed it?
No, actually, not yet, at least. Maybe this one, the country song, but honestly, no. I mean, you have to really think about what you put out as well, right? You can't just be putting out nonsense. But the back nines matter one is always funny, but it's like, guys, we're not doing that. Stop.
Yeah, that almost borders on like it's almost a little like too politically charged in a way,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, of
you
course.
know? Um, I did want to talk about your shirts because now that I know you're Orange County based, SoCal,
Yeah.
the designs make a little bit more sense. So I was like, I knew it was California. I don't know where. Um, there's one of the shirts that I think it just came out. Is it the Pace of Play shirt with the big checkerboard?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Is that one of the new ones?
That one came out like last November.
Okay. So that reminds me so much of Luke from Backblast Golf. I don't know if you follow him at all. He's from uh like Santa Cruz area.
I don't, but I will after this.
Everything on his stuff is checkerboard. And
Oh,
that's
cool.
just him, right? That's just Luke. Um it reminded me so much of Luke that it almost like it made me because nobody's heard from Luke in like a year. Because basically after the first shindig, he like hopped back on a boat because he's a Marine,
Oh, cool.
and he's been like MIA. And when we get a hold of him, he's like, "Yeah, bro, we'll talk to you in like a year and a half." I was like,
Yeah, yeah.
"That's like real weird to say, but sure."
Jeez.
Yeah, dude's a mystery. The nicest guy. The checkerboard reminded me of him, and then the Skull Island t-shirt reminded me of him. And both of them, I was like, I love those. Like the
Yeah.
whole style, your guys' whole vibe and everything is different than most things in golf, right? I feel like golf is one of those things where it's very hoity-toity, snooty, snobby, stuff like that. But I love when brands hmm, can like flip it, make it their own, but still make it golf, right? Like I would really wear anything you guys make on the course, except for maybe the Tiger shirt. I'm just not a big Tiger guy. Um, I
Fair
wasn't
enough.
alive in his prime. What can I say?
Yeah. We can talk about that shirt after.
It's, I mean, I'm sure Derek would wear it. He's a big Tiger guy. He's a weirdo. Not that
Yeah, but
liking Tiger's weird, but no, everything you guys are doing are great. Do you have any like design inspiration? Like maybe you look at a company and go, I like what they're doing, and then tweak it a little bit, or how do you come up with all of these?
I mean, yes and no. Typically, I mean, a lot of our stuff is black just because that's literally my favorite color. So if anyone was ever wondering why all our stuff's black, I'm like a emo, hardcore kid, metal kid at heart.
I didn't
But
pick up on that.
But that, I mean, that's just that's partial reason. But
Huh.
honestly, we just, I mean, yeah, the palm trees, obviously a SoCal thing. We do also have the mountains here. We have a desert golf shirt. Like, dude, we're in Palm Springs all the time playing golf as well. So we kind of have all that here. And obviously we mixed in the skulls as well, kind of like a play on, whatever a Skull Island, or however you want to look at it, right? Like life and death. There's so many meanings, and sometimes it's not even that deep. It's just like I told one of our graphic designers, Cavi. I don't know if you've interviewed him yet, but hey, dude, just slap some skulls on this shirt. Throw a palm tree on there, and make it look cool. Sometimes it's just as easy as that.
Yeah, I'm not talented enough to like design things. I don't have the patience to be quite honest with you. Like, I'm just not
Yeah.
a super patient person.
Oh, for
Like,
sure.
I'm that person that I order something on Amazon and I am at the front door. I'm like, it needs to be here. Um, issue is Amazon delivers in 2 days, not 2 minutes. Um,
Dude, yeah.
but I
But
do love everything you guys are doing. That I didn't pick up on everything being black, and now everything is black, other than like two shirts.
well, what's funny though is when people ask for other colors, then they don't sell, and then you're stuck with all the shirts. So it's like, guys, like I almost have to just keep doubling down on black because you guys aren't going to buy the white ones that I just made. You know what I mean?
Right.
But we try to mix it up every now and then. But it really is just like a cost thing too, because shirts cost a lot of money to make, man. The screen print shops, if our costs are rising, like imagine other businesses as well, right? So it's just you have to make a decision sometimes. But yeah, dude, as far as like the inspo, it's really just that simple sometimes, mountains and uh palm trees. And as far as like what I like, it's just, some brands like, Off-White, like Palm Angels, Brood, but obviously like you don't just want to rip off other brands. So it's like how can I make it, my way, somewhat, right? So
Yeah. It's funny, because everybody you mentioned is, Off-White, Palm Angels. He's the one who died in a car accident last year, right? No,
no, that's someone else, I
different
think.
brand, same thing. Never mind. Anyways, it's more maximal stuff, right? Like
Yeah.
the big logos, the big images, the big prints. Um, if somebody like Jerry Lorenzo uh do anything for you, more minimalist, uses more colors to tell a story, subtle branding. Does anything like that interest you at all, or are you mainly just with, like the bigger, the bold stuff like that?
I think I love Fear of God as well. And obviously a lot of people, the essential stuff. I love all their stuff. But I kind of picked it up early on where like that stuff might not be for this kind of audience that we've
Mhm,
built. So I really have to try and like walk that line, right? Like I was just talking about colors and why we don't offer more colors. It's because we kind of groomed our audience that this is what Back Nine Bullies is, right? It's black, it's metal, it's a little different, but at the same time, like I was saying, sometimes I like, oh, let me do some more stuff like that, but it's like, wait, it's probably not going to sell, and like maybe it's not the right time, or maybe that's a good idea for a side brand, maybe I'll start a different project. So and really too, like as we continue to grow, it's I like for the most part, I'm focusing on our hats. Our hat program is really big. We also do that in wholesale as well. And we do hats for other brands now as well. So I'm really like kind of focusing on that and really like I don't want to venture off too far, right? It's not always a good time to divert. So where we're walking right now, it's just we're kind of know what works for us. So we're kind of just doing that for now.
I like that. At the end of the day, you have to know your audience, right? Like, even doing the podcast, there are some episodes that like Derek and I are like super proud of, and that we're like we need them on. Like it's a bucket list for like he and I. Like we had Govern
Yeah.
on, and he does the custom sole swaps, custom shoes.
Yeah.
That was somebody that Derek and I had so much fun with, and still interact with a little bit today, like in the DMs. That episode flopped. I was like, damn it. But like we didn't go into the episode being like, wow, everybody's gonna know who Govern is. Um,
Yeah.
that to us, that was like, wow, that was super cool. Or like, um, unfortunately, super early on, we had Bob Does Sports, like super early on in our
Okay.
podcast. And then we almost had them on too early, so where people didn't know who we were, and then
Yeah.
immediately he rebranded into Bob Does Sports.
Yeah.
Um, and everyone was like, ah. So like that episode, we were like, ah, this could be super fun, and it just didn't materialize into anything. And that's one of
Yeah.
those ones where it's like, I wish we could go back and redo it, but he's so hard to get a hold of now that
I'm sure,
he's
dude. Yeah.
really exploded, which was super cool. Don't get me wrong, super happy for Bob. Um, we had him back on, or back when he was brilliantly dumb. That's who it was.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's so cool. And that was like the moment Derek and I were like, okay, maybe we have something here. Um, but I think the audience really appreciates how Derek and I play off each other, and that's not something we want to change because we've had people go, "Oh, we could guest host whatever," and I'm like, "No, let me be. Let
Yeah.
me let me yell at Derek, let Derek ignore it, and we'll keep on going." Um,
Of course.
it's I don't want to say it's what people pay to see because obviously this is free. We're not charging anybody. Um, but knowing your brand at the end of the day is one of the biggest flexes you could have in a business, right? Sticking to your guns, stuff like that. Um, you should do instead of white, so you don't do black and white, you do like an off-white, like a cream, just so it's a little
Yeah.
different.
I got some stuff in the works for sure. Yeah.
There we
Well,
go.
we'll change it up a bit, but not too far off.
Yeah. No, that's good. Um, at what point did you know that you had something in Back Nine Bullies?
So I'm gonna jump back in. It was probably when we had that tiger shirt, dude, that I wanted to touch on because we dropped that tiger shirt like I think 2021, like January, we had a drop. And dude, like that shirt just like took off for some reason. And it literally changed our entire brand, dude. It changed my life, actually. It sounds kind of lame to say, but that's one reason that I'm able to do this brand like full time now because that shirt literally catapulted us. The amounts of sales, dude, we were getting like per day, off of like Facebook and Instagram ads, like it was life changing, dude. So I was managing that like out of my apartment, and that's really like when I knew I was a couple months into that. I was like, dude, like this is something here. Like, obviously like the financials, the restocks. Like I had to navigate so much, like and just keep pumping out shirts. And now I was introducing new products as well. And it was a crazy year. Like 2021, like maybe a year into it, I was like, wow, like I think we have something here. Like let's keep pushing it.
And that was before he had won the Masters again, right?
I think yes, I think that was 22, right? Or maybe later that year. Or no, that
Right.
was 22.
It was either late 21 or 22.
Yeah, and that's what honestly, like I didn't even do it like for a reason like that, right? Like not even off a tournament or anything like that. That was another time where I was just like, hey, dude, like let's just slap Tiger Woods on a shirt and put Back Nine Bullies around it, like in this color scheme.
Hmm.
And literally my graphic designer Cavi, like he just whipped that up and I was like, dude, this is sick. Like, let's pump it out and let's see how it does. And it just took off, man. And obviously, through social media as well, right? It got a lot of steam. We never gave it away to anyone, like, but celebrity endorsements and influencers like were posting in it. So it was a good time, man. It was a wave, and we rode it for a bit. And after that, I kind of have like a hate love relationship with that shirt because a lot of people only knew us for that shirt, right? So I was like, no, like we have other stuff too, guys. We have other shirts, we have other hats, other products. So I really spent the last couple of years really trying to hone in on that, right? The hat program, accessories, other T-shirts, right? Like we haven't done a celebrity, like vintage shirt like that in a while. And speaking on that, I tried to do like a John Daly one like 6 months
Hmm.
after that, and we got a cease and desist like 10 days into it. So it was kind of funny
From John Daly.
from his team, yeah, his lawyers
Oh,
or whoever. And it's funny because I see them now. I see other brands doing Tiger stuff now, or not that we were the first, but like we had a very popular one, right?
yeah. Well,
And
it's
then
funny because like you said, you weren't the first, but now I feel like there's shirts like that everywhere, right?
so
Like
many, dude.
obviously
Yeah,
being in Minnesota, I see Justin Jefferson shirts like that all the
yeah,
time. Or I have one in my closet of Lars
yeah.
Nootbaar from the card. Like
Oh, nice.
I'm like
Yeah,
just Lars Nootbaar's dope. Um, but yeah, that's funny. I guess if you were to do another one, think so. Like I'm a big fan of Bubba Watson.
yeah. Of
Bubba would be dope. You do some like pink, because his driver shafts are always pink.
course. Yep,
Or hear me out. You do Phil Mickelson.
yep.
Yeah.
That'd be good too. But I see at the same time though, right? I didn't want to do stuff like that. I didn't want to be
Mhm.
like known for the vintage or the meme shirts like that, right? I kind of at some point I wanted people to take us more seriously, right? So that's kind of why I was like, dude, let's keep going. Let's do other stuff too. And I didn't restock that shirt for like 2 years, and then I did a couple more restocks after that. I probably have a few sizes floating around right now. But it's just because personally I hated it for a while, but it was a life changing shirt, and I'm very grateful for it. So
No, that's super cool. It's crazy how just one shirt can change everything, right? Like, and sometimes it's those things that you don't expect. Like I was talking about how Derek and I really wanted some episodes to pop off, and then the ones that do pop off are the ones where we're just like didn't see that coming. Like I think our number
yeah.
one episode on Spotify is the one with Patricia Callahan,
Oh, okay.
and we're just like, why is it Patricia? Not that we're
Yeah.
mad. We
No, yeah,
we love Patricia. But I'm like, why is it Patricia and not like Mark from Kraken or these big well-known people? And sometimes it's just like it is what it is. So I wouldn't want to be known for one shirt either, especially being Tiger. Just I'm not a big Tiger guy, but
for sure.
um, it's cool that you blew up and then were able to keep everybody without redoing the same thing over and over and over. Um, do you have a business background at all, or did you just kind of hop into this and wing it?
Yeah, honestly, we basically been winging it. I have like a sales background. I've been working in
Mhm.
sales like for most of my life. Sales background, like sports background. I used to work in like hockey a little bit too, but really just winged it, man. Like now, 4 years into it now, I've learned a lot about like advertising. We run our own ads. I had to learn basically how to make clothes. Some of our stuff is like cut and sew now, right? Like the polos are all custom, the shorts are custom, the hats are custom. Like so, in a quick 4 years, I basically had to learn a whole new industry, right? But it's been fun, but really just sales background, so I know how to sell shit, I guess, right? So
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, as long as you're passionate about it and you can sell it, people will follow, right? Um, yeah, and then you answered my other question. I was going to ask if you were doing this full time, which you said you were, thanks to the tiger shirt, which is super cool, I guess. Um, do people like still bug you about that shirt where they're like, ah, you don't have that size available. Can I get one type things?
literally yesterday, some kid actually I recognize his name because he keeps emailing like every week. Um, and then I looked in the back, we were cleaning up the warehouse and I found a couple shirts. So I just told him like, all right, dude, if you buy a hat, like I'll just hook you up with a shirt and literally place an order like right away. So I was like, all right, man, I got you.
Yeah, no, that's funny. We haven't had anything like that. We have people are like, oh man, like, do you have merch? Blah, blah. I'm like, no, but I'll send you a sticker. And they get like pumped about a sticker. And I'm like,
Yeah, dude, for sure.
hell yeah, dude. And I'm like, I bulk ordered them finally. So I have like 1,000 or maybe 10,000. I don't remember how many I ordered, but I have a shitload of stickers to the
Dude,
point
yeah.
where it's like I'm swimming in them. And if we change our logo, I'm screwed. So I have so many of them.
Yeah. No, that's cool, man. But yeah, stickers are awesome, dude. You know, we always try and I throw a sticker with every order. Sometimes when we have resources, I'll make ball markers in bulk and, you know, I'll sneak them in the orders as well. You know, anything, little stuff like that goes a long way. So free towel, anything, dude.
Yeah. No, what's cool is like our friends over at Brunch Golf we've been talking about the last couple weeks sent us like a goodie box and I have like an air freshener. That's really
Oh,
cool.
nice.
And then like talking about stickers, I have like four bros sent me a bunch and then these are all from Beard with Sucker Pin. He sent
Oh, nice.
he was like, bro, like he basically said if you wanted stickers, he'd send you five. He was like, don't tell anybody, but bro, I sent you like 20. I was like, I have one computer. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with 20 of them, but I got 20 of them, which is a little much, but I appreciate it. Thanks, Beard. I don't know if he listens every week. I know he used to, but he's like, I'm so busy. I'm like, just listen, dude. It's hard.
Yeah,
Um,
but
do you interact with anybody in the golf space, like from Instagram, pretty regular, in your area?
yeah, I mean, I have my group of friends that I play with golf with almost every week, right?
Hmm.
But yeah, I'm starting to get more familiar, and you know, I did say that you know I don't really do interviews or anything like that. I really like to be behind the scenes.
Hmm.
So I'm really just starting to meet a lot of these guys, right? Like, obviously, I met Lalo from Nueve. I met Tacos at the Turn last year, so we connected.
Nelson. Love
Nelson,
Nelson.
he's awesome. I have a good picture with him. I'll send it to you. But it was nice to just finally make face with some of these guys. And I just recently met Los Scoferos, Ralph, right?
Ralph. Yeah.
Ralph, he was awesome, man. He came by our booth at a tournament we were at and he
Mhm.
bought some merch. So really awesome. Really awesome guy. I haven't played golf with any of these guys yet. But I'm sure I will at some point. And you know, so I don't know if I'm shy or I just like being here and you know, we're busy here as well, right? But
Yeah.
you know, it's
It's
always nice.
it's hard to put yourself out there. You know what I mean? Like we had Nelson and the Golferos at the Shindig in California last year.
Yeah.
Golfero set up their booth. I watched them hammer the grommets into the towels. And the issue is I got too into it because I've been drinking all day. So I was like, whoa, that's so cool.
Hmm.
Um, I think they were like, what the hell is Dom on? And I'm just like, it's just me, don't
Yeah.
worry. Um, Ralph's taller than I thought he'd be.
He's
Nelson
tall,
is
dude. Yeah. Both of
Nelson's
them.
tall. Nelson's tall too. Um, I think I have like four tacos at the turn shirts, and I think all of them I've put in reels on Instagram of me wearing just conveniently I'm
Nice.
wearing a shirt. So I don't know what it is. There's me almost getting a hole in one in the one where it has hot dog crossed out and then tacos at the turn on the back.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there's a video of me almost getting a hole in one in that shirt, and then there's another video of me just swinging, showing off a bag in the Taco Tuesday shirt. So Nelson's a big part of the podcast, whether he wants to be or not. Um,
Oh, for sure.
yeah, nothing but love for Nelson and Ralph, and of course we can't talk about Ralph and not talk about Raul and Hector with Los Golferos as well. Um, nothing but love for those guys and Lalo. I mean, Lalo's Lalo. I I don't need to say any more than that. That people get it. But Lalo's so good, dude.
He's awesome, man. Yeah, I think I reached out to him first just because another thing too, I don't listen to podcasts, but for some reason I wanted to check out Los Golferos podcast.
Hmm.
That was when I heard you were on there, right? And then they had Nelson and they had Lalo, and I was like, man, these guys are cool. Like I need to make sure I'm friends with them too, right? So let me reach out, and just get the connections going, right? I can't just hide behind my desk the whole time.
Yeah.
So
I found out about Lalo through them as well. Um, and everyone's like finding out about me now. And I wish it was me and Derek on their episode, but Derek's a little harder to get a hold of. Um, so now the running joke is I'm the first white dude on the Salute Golf Rails podcast, and then I'm the first repeat. So I'm the first white dude who's been on twice. And
nice.
I was like, that's crazy. And then as soon as like they do new episodes, I get followers. Like they had that smokehouse. I can't think of it, like Warrior Smokehouse followed me.
Okay, yeah, yeah,
And I messaged Ralph. I'm like, bro, I'm so sad. He's like, why are you sad? I'm like, because they're not an hour from me. They are like 10 hours from me. Well, probably more. If I drove, it's like a day. I'm like,
yeah,
I'll never get to experience it. He's like, bro, just come on out. I'm like, fine. That's my arm. I'll go eat barbecue. So
yeah,
it's definitely like a cool experience. Ralph is always reaching out to me for advice, which I feel kind of weird about because there's still things about the podcast that I'm learning or that I wish I had done differently. When we first started this, I don't know if you know the story of how the podcast came to be. Um, Derek and I met in college math, and I shouldn't say like we were in college, but our math class was like elementary school level because neither of us are very good at math.
yeah, yeah.
Um, and we had kind of kicked it off. We had started playing golf together, and we finished one round one day. He goes, "Bro, I was thinking." I was like, "Oh, this is not going to be good." And he goes, "I have a big following." I'm like, "You don't have to word it like that. I'm well
Yeah.
aware." He goes, "And you're opinionated." I was like, "I am." And he goes, "You also like to talk." I was like, "I do enjoy talking." It's like, "We should start this podcast." So I like thought about it, hemmed and hawed it. I was like, it's a dumb idea. And then I was like, what's the worst thing that could happen, right? People are gonna learn
Yeah.
about me, Dominic, Dom Dom, as everybody else seems to call me. Um, they're gonna learn a little bit about me. Not the end of the world, right? Little did I know we were gonna go on this adventure where now we've been to California, we've had comp rounds, and it's kind of wild how, just putting yourself out there and lead you to
Yeah.
all these people and lead you to all these experiences. And, like I talk to probably Ralph weekly, sometimes
Yeah.
it's daily. Um, I mean, I talk to Derek every day because I have to. But like we have our own golf ball with Odin and we're doing all these things and at the end
Dude,
of the day,
yeah.
I'm like, it's incredibly surreal, but it's also like really humbling at the same time. So more of my story is I hope you do meet up with more people. You do play golf with Nelson. You play golf with Ralph. I think Ralph really loves Goat Hill, so go to Goat Hill with Ralph. I don't know how far
Yeah,
away that
yeah.
is. Just, just go find Ralph. He'll probably be there. Um, take that step. Go from behind the scenes, stuff like that, because I do a lot of the behind the scenes stuff for the podcast, which has kind of been weird that I'm in a lot of ways the face of it. Um, I don't think Derek would say that I'm the face of it, but it feels like
Yeah.
I am in some extent. Um, it's surreal but incredibly humbling, and I don't think I trade it for anything. So for those listening, I hope you guys step out of your comfort zone a little bit. Take that little step. It doesn't have to be a huge step. I'm not saying you have to shave your head, but you know, go meet new people. So for John, for you, go play golf with Ralph. Ralph's a good dude. Go play
Yeah.
golf with Nelson. Nelson's incredibly dry, but you'll have the time of your life with Nelson.
No, exactly, man. And you can take that, right? Not just business, but different aspects of life, right? Just put yourself
Oh
out
yeah.
there, meet new people, apply for that job, whatever, right?
Yeah. Well, maybe not that job. Well, depends on the
Depends,
job.
depends. Yeah.
Depends. But yeah, definitely meet new people, go like you'll never know.
Oh,
Like it's one of those things where it's like I never thought I'd be super close with all these brands. And I don't even view
yeah,
them as brands. I view them as people because
for
that's who
sure.
they are, right? Like Los Golferos, like I, I haven't said it, but like I don't know if Raul's gonna listen, but like I have stuff for Raul because he was like, man, I really want to try that. I have stuff for Raul just because I know Raul's one of my boys. I
Yeah.
have him hooked up. I've got brand new UFO slides for him to wear. Ralph, I send running shoes to because he's lost a ton of weight running and wants to do all these races. So I was like, bro, I got you. It's
Yeah.
one of those things where it's like I wouldn't trade that for anything.
It's awesome, man. Yeah. I mean, just meeting so many people through golf, right? Through this simple game. It's awesome.
Yeah, I mean golf, and then just like the silly little Instagram app, right? Like if you would have told me in high school, like early high school or even middle school, that I would be meeting all these people, doing all these things with a golf club, I don't think I would have believed you. And now, we get to work with our local PGA uh tournaments. Like we're working with the 3M Open again this year, working with the PGA, and it's like if you would have told me that, I don't think I would have believed you.
Dude, I know,
And
right?
yeah, it's wild because like the 3M Open hit us up this year. We're like, shut the fuck up. You want us back?
Dude,
Like, abso-fucking-lutely. Um,
that's
like
awesome.
I was at the point where I'm like, dude, it's a pleasure. Like we had such a blast last year. I'm like, let's just do it again. So
Yeah.
that was gonna be super exciting. So I get off topic a lot, but it's just a silly little game and a silly little app leads us on so many adventures in life that it's one of those things where it's like you just gotta, be a little uncomfortable. Not super uncomfortable, but a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, for sure, man. But
So you
dude,
should
yeah,
make
and
that white
obviously
shirt.
I will. I'm gonna send you some white shirts. I got a couple in stock right now.
I like white shirts. I don't wear them as often because I'm messy. Um, I like white shirts. I think they're nice. They're nice and crispy. We did a white shindig shirt and I love it.
Awesome.
Yeah, that was all me. I wish I could take credit for that, but yeah, I was like, we just need a white one. But yeah, is there anything that you like? Do you have a favorite design that you've ever put out that like maybe isn't available anymore?
Um, dude, favorite design? That's a good question. I was gonna check what I was wearing. Yeah,
Black
dude, let me
shirt,
pull
yeah.
it. Where's it at? Let me see. Should I find it on my phone? What would be
Sure.
easier? Dude, I had this shirt that our graphic guy Cavi and I did. It's like a racing shirt. Uh there's a white version of it as well. And the white one, of course, kind of flopped. But it's like let me show it to you. It's like golf flags, but it's also like racing
Ooh,
flags.
that's dope.
Dude, it's such a cool design and it's kind of similar on the front as well. And we have it in black and white. I think we have a few left, but it's just I wear it all the time. It's just like so simple, but like it's like, oh, golf shop. I literally told him just slap golf shot on it and like our
Yep.
logo. So people are like, golf shop, like what's that? You know? So it gets kind of it's a conversation starter. It's just a cool shirt in general, but I love our hats. Like our logo is just that old English B that kind of
Mm-hmm.
became like our primary the last like 2 years. So I mean, dude, I'll slap that on anything. I slapped it on a chain too. Let me show you, just humbly. Okay.
Wow. Instead of a Jesus piece, you have the Back Nine Bullies
I,
piece.
out of the Back Nine Bullies piece, exactly. But
No, that shirt's dope. I know a couple of my friends just opened up their second Nutri Shop.
uh
Um, and they opened it in Brainerd, Baxter, Minnesota. And Brainerd has an international raceway.
okay.
And they like race cars, they drag them, the funny like the alcohol cars, whatever. That shirt reminded me of that, and that would kill. Like that's just it's simple, it's clean. You got a good designer.
Dude, I know, dude, and there's been other stuff that like never made it to life too. I had one design, I'll send it to you via Instagram, but it was
Mhm.
like an outdoor scene, right? Like a golf, like the putting green with the flag, but then there was like a deer that like had walked on to this to the green, and like you could see like the dark trees in the background. It was there was like another animal there, I forgot, but I think it was like I forgot what I put, like Back Nine Bullies, like one with the wild or something, and like it never made it to life, but I always go back and look at that one. A couple other bad ones, that nobody ever needs to see, but
That is
it's part
the
of the process.
yeah. I mean, there's always a dud, right? Like
Yeah,
always. The one with the deer reminds me of like that's like the most Minnesotan golf shirt I have ever heard of.
sure. Dude,
And
I
we
had
need to leave a
another one. Go ahead, go ahead.
I was gonna say, and that's like in our freaking Shindig logo this year's a loon. Like it's our state bird. And I feel Minnesota's more that damn deer than the damn loon.
Yeah, I do remember that deer. But what else? Dude, I had another shirt. I took a golf cart and we made it kind of like Back to the Future vibes. It literally had like the jet propulsion coming out of the back, and I forgot like what I didn't like about it, like the way the side panels came out. And I was like, let's just
Mhm.
scratch it. Like I don't like it. It looks too dumb. But that may be another one that we revisit. We've been kind of just going with the simpler stuff, as of
Sure.
late. But I'm sure we'll do something crazy again.
Has there ever been one that you put out and you're like, ah, it's not gonna do well, and then all of a sudden it just like sells out? Have you ever had that happen?
Uh, I mean, I thought the Tiger one, you could say that, I didn't think of it much at first, but
Mhm.
just like our basic logo ones, some of the ones you see on the website right now, it literally just says golf, and like people like that one sells out all the time. It's usually like we were talking about the when you least expect it or what you
Mhm.
least expect, right? And then sometimes like I made some like unstructured hats recently,
I
and
saw
like
those.
dude, I'm gonna send you one if you like that kind of hat. I thought they were gonna crush. Like literally, I thought they were gonna crush.
Hmm.
And literally, if you've bought one or if I gave you one, like the reviews on them are great. But for some reason, like the sales just are not there for it for some reason. And it kind of bummed me out because it's such a good hat too. And there's nothing you can do about it. That's just kind of how it worked out.
Do you follow RA?
I think I do, yeah.
So Maddie, shout out Maddie, uh his whole brand, like all the hats, I'm pretty sure are that unstructured, like camp feel.
Yeah.
And he runs out of them constantly. So
Dude, yeah.
it's funny how, you know, people can be so different with audiences, right? Like, he sent Derek and I each a couple of them, and Derek runs in his, and I was like, that's great, I guess. I don't run.
Yeah.
Um, and everyone's like, yeah, we can't get enough of these. And then you're like, yeah, they flopped. So it's always funny to hear there's two sides, right? Like,
Dude, yeah.
I feel like it's how you build your brand. Because I bet you if you built it around the unstructured hat, or even John from Buena Gente, he's got like a really weird unstructured hat, but it's always sold
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I kind of trained our audience on just the basic, like the performance hats, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the melon style, but that's literally what we sell like all day, every day. So I'm just kind of working on like I was gonna show you, like I think I teased this one, like new variations of that, right? Like new logos, like how can we make these better, right?
I like that.
So this dude, it's like it sticks out too. It's like
Yeah.
3D. Dude, it's awesome. So I'm just like, dude, what new hat designs can I do then? So, what are the people gonna like, right? So,
I'm a big fan of just plain hats. I'm kind of
yeah,
one of those people where it's like, I was talking about my corduroy twins hat. It's
yeah,
very plain, but it's like the materials speak for itself, stuff like that. But a lot of the hats I wear out on the course are pretty basic, and I kind of enjoy that. Um, so I dig just the plain B with the T's. For me with that hat, that rope kills it. Like that's such a good detail to that's definitely one of the more underrated things for hats are the ropes.
yeah, for sure. So now I'm just like, all right, like you guys want hats? I'll change up the rope color. I'll do something different.
Hmm.
I love like our trucker too, dude. Our trucker is like very underrated. This is
I'm
what
a
I wear like 24/7, dude. I'm in a
Yeah,
trucker.
I'm a big trucker guy. I didn't think I would be, but I love trucker hats.
Yeah, I love the shape that we ended up coming up with this one. Sometimes they're too big, the front's too big, or they use
Hmm.
that foam, and there's really so many different styles of hats out there, right? Another thing too, it's like how many styles can I offer too? Because they cost money to make, and obviously I'm not gonna go double down on instructors now because why would I, right? So, but
I
if
mean,
if you buy any of the instructor ones though, I'll throw in something for you guys. Appreciate it.
I dig the unstructured. Again, it's one of those things where I'm like, seems kind of dumb. Maddie sent us some, and I was like, oh, I get it. I
Yeah,
get it. It like feels lighter weight. It's like breathable. And like I have a lot of hair, so like I get hot pretty quick. The
yeah,
hats. I like truckers. It lets everything breathe a little bit more, but
yeah, for sure,
like the unstructured one, it's just like it feels nice. Like I don't know why
for
more
sure.
people don't like it.
We have like a nylon one and then like a cotton one. The cotton one is the one that I thought was like it's like a very like premium, dude, but it is what it is. It's all good.
Mm, weird, yeah, it's stuff like that. Um, is there anything that like you wanna bring out here pretty soon that like you're kind of like on the edge about? Like, would I, wouldn't I?
No, no, and honestly, like we were touching base, we're probably gonna walk the same line, right? Maybe just new colorways or new variations, or how can we refine the products that we
Mm,
do have now. I don't know if we do have a few polos too. We don't just make shirts, but we did do like a blade collar one last year.
is that a
um
pocket?
Dude, it's got a pocket, and then dude, this is like a 3D like silicone print for the
That
logo.
is, yeah, that is the craziest pocket I've ever seen.
Dude,
I
I
like it.
use it too. Like, it's for your tees, literally, whatever your paraphernalia, right? Literally anything, right? So, but I'm
Microdosing out
working
my
on
pores.
so I'm just working on a new version of our polos, trying to make them better. We'll probably do some more towels again, and people sometimes ask like, "Oh, why don't you guys make gloves? Why don't you guys make this? Why don't you guys make that?" I mean, I feel like there's something for there's a niche or there's a market for everyone, and we don't just because we're a golf brand, we don't have to make gloves. Like I love my TaylorMade gloves. Why would I
Mhm.
try and like do another version of that? You know what I mean? Like, um, it's all good. We don't have to do everything. Also, right? Like this is like our brand. Like this is my project, right? Like I'm gonna do what the stuff that I feel good about and just keep putting that out.
I like that. And you're right. It is your brand, it's your company. Um, I think the reason you don't make a glove is because you just make a black one and it wouldn't be super poppy.
That too. Gonna look like MJ out there.
Mm. I think his was white.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Who
Uh,
had a black glove? And
OJ.
black gloves are for serial killers too, right?
OJ. We
Do not
had
wear.
we had JD from Seven Iron on, and he sent
Uh,
Derek and I gloves, and that's what he does is gloves, and he does phenomenal gloves.
mhm.
Derek took the white one, and the joke was I took the OJ glove,
Okay,
and
yeah,
I love it. I was like, I don't know how I feel about a black glove. I I don't want to say I feel stronger, but like that glove fits. So, I guess shout out OJ maybe. I don't know. Oh,
yeah.
I guess
Shout
he's
out
dead
OJ.
now.
That's true. Dang,
Uh, I don't know why we're sad, but yeah, I don't know.
OJ.
I think an OJ glove would be kind of wild.
But dude, there's so many good glove companies out there, right? And a lot of guys
Hmm.
doing cool stuff. Who's the brand? They do like the two in the pink, one in the stink glove. Have you seen that one? Is it
I've
Bogey
seen
Bros? Or
those.
it's like,
Um,
oh my God.
I'm a big fan of G4 because I like all the
Yeah,
different colors. I've had pink ones, I've had purple ones, I have had
dude,
dark
yeah,
blue. Um, I think the colors are fun and the leather they use is killer. The issue is they got expensive, or they've always been
for
expensive, but
sure.
like now it's like seven iron glove is super nice and it's cheaper. So I think JD converted me. I think he did his job extremely well. Um,
Yeah,
but yeah, there's so many gloves. It's like I could never do like hats or whatever because so many companies make great hats.
for sure. Yeah.
Unless we do safe car ones printed through you guys, that'd be cool. I don't have access to that. That's all Derek. I'm not allowed to say anything safe car related. Um,
We'll talk. We'll talk.
I've gotten in trouble in the past.
Have you?
No,
That's good.
no, not
Hey,
yet.
can't just touching on that though, we do have like a custom program, and
Hmm.
I know we were touching base on like just me getting out there, right? I'm always trying to offer, services to other brands or other friends, do you need help with your shirts? Do you need help with your hats? 4 years into it now, I have a lot of connections with vendors and designers, and if there's any way that I can help you or another brand, feel free to reach out always, right?
For sure. Is there anything else you wanted to touch on that's Back Nine Bullies? Any future drops coming, anything like that happening?
Yeah, definitely. New stuff right now. I'm finishing up, like I said, some more hats. The polo program, I'm really taking my time with that one. A lot of polo brands out there. It's a kind of a tough market, so
Hmm.
you really want to do something different. I have a bunch of like floral overprint stuff that I just never made because it's probably going to be hard to sell too, right?
I
But
am the biggest fan of floral. Like,
yeah,
I love floral. And it always makes me mad that there's nothing men's in floral. It's always women's. And the men's floral is never fun floral. It's always like
yeah,
I don't want to say like the like downgraded floral, but it's always
yeah,
like masculine floral. I'm like, that's
for
dumb.
sure.
Give me something
Yeah,
pink
yeah,
and
yeah.
purple. I'll I'll rock it. Um, Funny enough, so when we do the podcast at Derek's, I have like a big Herschel tote bag. I put like my
Okay.
laptop in the camera, the microphone, floral. That way I'll never lose it. Like it's floral. I got it on clearance because nobody else wanted it. And I'm like, I like that bag.
Yeah, hell yeah.
My mouse pad is floral. Well, not really. It's a Van Gogh painting, which is it has flowers on it. Um, so I love floral, and it always pains me that other people don't enjoy floral like I do.
I hear you. See,
I
but like we were talking about also, like I couldn't do that. It's not very Back Nine Bullies, right? Like if I were just like, hey guys, here's a floral drop. It's like, what? Like, who are you guys, Bad Birdie? Like, who do you think you are?
Yeah, you could do like and I know you're talking about like side brands. You could do like front nine lovers,
God.
and then just make everything floral.
That's good. Just hearts, broken hearts
Yeah,
with some flower roses.
I'd love it. I'd buy it.
All right, God, we got our first customer.
Hell yeah. Um, so we're not done yet. I just wanted, we always transition into we do like rapid fire questions. Um, this is where not having Derek's tricky because he has a list and he always changes the list on me, but he doesn't tell me. But I have a few memorized. So not to put you on the spot, but hole one, what's your walk-up song?
Oh, something Drake, dude.
Yeah.
Wow, whatever. Family Matters, the Kendrick diss right now. It's probably not that song, but Drake's like my favorite artist, so it'd be something Drake for sure.
How do you feel that he got bodied by Kendrick though?
Whoa, 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 easy there.
I'm not a Drake guy. Like I've never been a Drake guy. Um, I enjoy his features more than I enjoy his music. Does that make sense?
Okay, that's fair.
I'm that same. So like I've been listening to the new Don Toliver album.
Okay, yeah,
I don't like Kodak Black. I just don't. I don't understand the big draw to him, but I love the song he's on. I don't know why.
I gotta check it out.
It's a good album. I mean, if you like his music, it's really good. Don Toliver is one of those artists that's like experimental R&B, almost hip
Yeah.
hop. It's weird, but I really love his music. Some by Drake. You could do what's the old one he made for the LeBron documentary back in the day?
Oh, you mean Forever?
Yeah, you do that as your
But that
walk-up
was,
song.
oh, for sure. Yeah, that's one of
Yeah,
his greatest songs,
that was a banger when I was in like middle school.
dude. Oh, you're so young. That was a high school song for me,
No, I remember my senior year of high school is when Chief Keef dropped his album.
dude.
And if that doesn't
Ah,
make you feel old, I don't know what does, because that makes me feel ancient.
that album it had a couple of good songs on there. I thought they kind of rushed him to make that album, but
There's Central C song that samples um I think Ballin' by Chief Keef.
okay, I gotta check it out.
I'll have to I don't know if it's Ballin', but the song from Central C it definitely samples Chief Keef, and I was like, that's
Okay.
wild. 'Cause I remember I was like, I listened to it. I was like, some bitch, that's Chief Keef, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
Central
yeah.
C. I was like, that doesn't work, and then it worked, and I was like, oh my God. Um, Funny enough, one of the new Don Toliver song samples "Beautiful" by Pharrell and Snoop.
Oh, wow.
I know. I've listened to it a couple times. I'm like, that's Pharrell. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Um, my walk up song, mine changes like every week.
yeah.
Depends kind of like the kick I'm into. Um, Clearly this week is Don Toliver, so I think I'd probably do 4x4 or HYB by J. Cole, which is Hide Your
Okay.
Bitch.
Yeah.
Kind of a banger. Although if you don't like J.
Hell
Cole,
yeah.
then whatever. I don't know why people don't like him. Um, it kind of varies on the week, but I think I'd probably do HYB or by 4 by Don Toliver.
Okay.
You gotta
It's
listen
good.
out. It's if you like music, Don Toliver is pretty solid.
I know a couple, I know like his hits, but I haven't like fully listened to an album from him.
Album just dropped, so it's called is it Heartstone Psycho.
Okay.
He's also like dating with like one of the most attractive women I've ever seen.
Now I might have to look this up.
It's Kali Uchis.
Oh, is he? Oh, nice. That's
Yeah,
cool.
they have a kid together.
Oh, dude, that's cool.
I was like, damn it, he gotta get a new crush, I guess. Um, Not that I had a chance with her, but you never know. Life's weird. So we did walk up song. What would be your go-to? Like if you only could play a golf hole with one club, or maybe 18 holes with one club, what would it be?
Probably my 9 iron, dude.
Yeah,
I feel confident with that, and obviously I'm not like a scratch golf or anything like that, but
right.
that one it always goes straight for the most part, and I can pretty much drop it where I need to.
Yeah, must be nice.
Nine. Oh, it's you know how golf is, man.
Well,
And
unfortunately, I do know.
the lower we go, the harder it gets, right?
Funny enough, my favorite club ever is my 4 iron.
Oh, really?
And I don't have a 4 iron in my bag because my set's 5 through pitching wedge, but every 4 iron I've ever had in my hand, I it's like the best club I ever had. Um, but I would probably play 18 with just like a 90 degree or 60 degree,
Okay.
mainly because my thought process is, everyone's like, oh, a long par five, blah, blah, blah. You skull a 60 degree, it's going
Oh,
400
for sure.
yards.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Boom, on the green. And then, for those weird in between shots, flop it. You're good to go. And then
Oh,
putting with the
yeah.
wedge is pretty straightforward. You just
Oh, for sure.
60 degree. That's all I need.
Love my 60, dude.
Yeah. I love to skull them. They're fun.
Yeah,
You
for
just hit
sure.
them thin and you got to rock it. Um,
Oh my God.
and then we always like to wrap it up with a food question that is an absolute staple of the podcast. Forever in your area, around Orange County or whatever, where are we gonna go eat? You could do one meal, you could do breakfast, lunch, dinner, but we gotta go somewhere to eat.
Oh, dude, we're getting tacos for sure.
Sure.
Yeah, where I'm from, Santa Ana, 99% Mexican here. We're getting tacos. There's like 10 different spots I can take you to, but we'll just go to the downtown area for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We'll get tacos, we'll get beers, and it'll be a great time.
I was sold at tacos and then I was even more pumped at beers.
Oh, dude, for sure.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite beer?
Oh, you know what? I'm a Corona guy,
Are
but
you?
I don't really do like IPAs and stuff like that. I just
I
really
don't
never
either.
got into that, and I don't have the freaking what do they call it? The taste or the whatever for that.
To me, it just tastes bitter.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure. Give me a
not for
freaking
me.
a light. Give me a light beer, a Corona, Modelo. That's all I'm drinking on the course anyway, so
Yeah.
I'm happy with that.
I like both of those. I don't like IPAs, but like a good Modelo and a Corona, sign me up. Uh, Minnesota, we have Northeast, which refers to the northeast part of Minneapolis. They used to have a brewery
Uh,
there. It is like a very good beer, but it's super heavy. So it's like you drink one and I'm like, give me something else.
I hear you.
That's how I feel about IPAs, but I take a sip and I'm like, give me something else. Like I can't.
It's not good.
No, it's Derek's thing. Well, more for Derek.
Sorry, IPA guys listening in. Modelo and Corona are the better beers.
I'm actually like a big fan of just like Budweiser. Just keep it simple, nothing
It's
crazy.
cool.
Yeah. That in Minnesota, we're big on like Coors Light, Busch Light. It's a
Yeah.
very Minnesota beer, unfortunately.
Do you guys have like Labatt Blue? Or are you close enough to the border for that or no?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's a Canadian beer.
Oh, maybe. I mean, I
Maybe,
don't know.
yeah, yeah.
I'll have to look for it. To be honest, I drink more like high noons than anything. I got hooked on those when I was out there
Dude,
last.
love High Noons.
Oh, do you have a favorite one? Because mine's passion fruit.
I haven't tried that one. I love the pineapple one.
Hi, dude, passion fruit is so good.
Dude, I know now I know what drinks we need for the shindig if I make it out.
Passion fruit nooners and tacos.
Dude, for sure.
So
We got you.
swing through Taco Bell. Just get the party pack.
No,
Swing
no,
through a
no,
liquor
no, no,
store.
no. We need
Dude, we'll have fun with just Taco. Dude, I'll have a blast with just Taco Bell.
all right, I'm cool with that.
I'm a simple man. Like I'm very plain. Nelson's gonna yell at me if he listens. Because he hates how much I love Taco Bell. Because he's in the group chat as well, and that's all I talk about.
Yeah.
But like if we're gonna go out, yeah, we're getting like legit tacos. We're gonna do carne asada. We're gonna do chicken lo polo loco. Polo. I don't speak Spanish, so I'm
El,
sorry.
el pollo loco.
Yes. Um, that or even can't think of it, but what's the cheek
A cheek?
or the something in
Cheek.
the head? I can't think of it. Ralph's gonna yell at me, and that's fine.
Cabeza? No, wait,
Yeah,
what are we talking? Okay.
yeah.
Lengua, lengua. No, I don't know.
That that's it. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. I wanted to try that, but funny enough, I wanted to order that. There's a place in downtown St. Paul that is like pretty legit Mexican,
Okay.
and I was like, oh, that sounds good. I ordered it on DoorDash, and they kept like, there's like, I was just not gonna take your money today. I'm like, I want it. I want it. Like,
Yeah,
fucking just send it.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's good, bro.
Well, John, all I got for you. Uh, thanks for coming on. Probably have it on again down the line unless you really just hated this, which in that case, congrats, you are one and done. Um, but excited to see what Back Nine Bullies are gonna put out, stuff like that. I'm just excited to see more Back Nine Bullies in the golf world.
Likewise, man. I hope to come on again, and I hope I get to meet you guys in person.
Yeah,
Hopefully at a shindig, or maybe you make it out to SoCal sometime soon. But we'll definitely get some golf, beer, and
yeah.
tacos. It'll be a great
Bef-
time.
Yeah, before I forget, I did want to ask,
Yeah.
are you in any like pro shops or like a Dick's Sporting Goods or anything like that yet?
Not yet. We're in a handful of pro shops. We were at the Drive Shack in Florida. They got a restock. They got to place an order. I might have to, hit them up with my sales pitch again. But just a couple minor pro shops. We do have a wholesale program. We're on Amazon as well, but mainly just through our website.
Okay. Is like a Dick's Sporting Goods Golf Galaxy, is that like a goal you guys have, or are you pretty content just selling everything through you and Amazon?
It would just depend, there's pros and cons, right, to being in the big spot, big box retailers. So I
Right,
wouldn't be opposed to it just as long as it makes sense, right?
right,
Payment terms, inventory wise and stuff like that. I'm very happy with, how we're doing now, but always welcome, right, for a new business opportunity. So
right. Well, that's good. I wanted to ask that earlier, and I forgot. That's the issue with just me. I don't write anything down. I should. The issue is then I don't feel like Lil Wayne, and I want to feel like Lil Wayne.
yeah, he doesn't write any raps, right?
He doesn't write shit down. He just goes, which I don't know. I've been a big Lil Wayne fan since I don't know how old, but surprisingly, I never had a Drake. I just think he's too whiny. I like it. Like I like his personality. I think he's probably one of the funniest dudes ever.
Yeah.
But I can't do his music. I just can't. I don't. I think it's his voice. But anyways, Thanks for coming on. Had a blast. Don't mean to insult you and your taste for music, but it's all fun.
Of course, of course. Yeah, we'll have to do it again soon, man.
Yeah, no, definitely. We're booked out through August currently, so good luck and before then. But definitely on the line because I know Derek wanted to probably ask a few things that I didn't ask. So we'll have you back on.
Awesome, man. We'll take care. We'll talk to you soon.
Oh, for sure.